So for this recipe, I'm going to make 1 pound of ground breasts, some Parmesan cheese, some mozzarella sticks, so string cheese, I don't know how much Parmesan cheese. You want to add some salt, pepper if you're okay with that, and any other seasonings. So what you'll do is you'll form yourself a nice ball. First of all, let's get these cheese sticks out. I should probably wash my hands.
I don't know how many this is gonna make.
I've been following Rick on Instagram. He makes some really great keto recipes that we can use as carnivores. So I'm just gonna open a few of these up. I'll open 4 of them because I'm gonna think that's probably it. Maybe 5 for a pound. Depends on your taste preference. If you want more cheese, more meat, your ratios, you know what I'm saying? So we've got our 4 sticks open. We'll see if that's enough. You take a chunk of your ground chicken. You could probably use turkey for this too, I bet. And you're gonna wrap it around the stick, like so. And make sure you're heating up your air fryer at 400 degrees. You'll need that to be nice and warm when you stick these in there. And I'll roll them up just so that I feel like I need more chicken actually, because I don't want the cheese to leak out onto my air fryer pan. And if you all have been using your air fryer for a while, you know that cleaning up cheese out of that pan is like impossible. And then what we do is we just roll it right in our Parmesan cheese. Boom, boom. Make sure we get the ends. Now it's all rolled in Parmesan cheese. Okay. I forgot to get a plate. I would put it directly on the air fryer pan, but I want them to sit for a minute before I put them in there. I'm thinking 4 is probably going to be too many sticks wise, but we'll see. So here's another one. Wrap that bad boy around there, just like that. Just keep spreading it around the cheese stick. I have my moments with this carnivore diet. I'm doing it for autoimmune, trying to heal my immune system. I hear this is an option. And so if I could get that to work out for me, it would be great, because not that long ago, I had gotten a rash on my lips and around the corners of my mouth, and I didn't know what was going on. So I went to the doctor, and I'd already been diagnosed with Graves' disease. So I knew I had that. My thyroid has been messed up and whatnot. So I went to the doctor, told them about this rash. I thought for sure it was just a fungus, like I ate too much sugar or something, you know, like candida or however, candida. I don't even know how you say that, but I thought it was something like that. They gave me an antifungal medication. I took that, the first dose or whatever. It didn't go away. And then I went back for another dose, and they gave me a week's supply. And I took that for 7 days, antifungal medication. My stomach kind of hurt, whatever, using it, and still nothing, no change to my mouth. And I was so confused. I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's bacterial. Maybe I have a bacterial infection. Go in, get a check, not bacterial. Come to find out, it's just an autoimmune disorder. And here we are, putting ourselves on carnivore, thinking about Michaela Peterson and the things she's gone through. And I tried to eat like fruits and vegetables. I had actually done carnivore before, and I did the Paul Saladino way, and I felt fantastic, and I did really well on that. But man, the cravings for the sugar just never went away. I could eat fruit all day long, seriously. So anyway, I messed up and I went back to eating a regular diet, blah, 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 long story short. And anyway, they tried to give me an antiviral medication. First of all, I took a steroid, and within 3 days, my stomach was pretty messed up from it. I don't know if anyone's ever taken those steroids, but they're pretty miserable on your stomach, pretty bad. And so like I said, I took that medication, and within 3 days, I felt fantastic. I'm not kidding. It's like I felt like I was 20 years old again. Like, holy cow, I had no idea I was suffering so much until the week was up after the steroid was over, and I didn't need to take it anymore. And plus, you don't want to take steroids all the time. It's terrible for you. So I stopped taking it, and not even 3 days later, I had so much pain. I was in so much suffering, mental fog, just absolutely miserable. And if anyone out there is suffering from autoimmune, you know it's terrible. It's no fun. I have friends that have lupus, Sjogren's, I mean, all of the nasty ones that really mess you up. So I decided I got to figure this thing out, because the medications that they give you for autoimmune they'll kill you. You'll die early. It's just a proven fact. There's nothing you can do about it. And so you either suffer in silence and push through your life in misery, or you take this medication. So I was like, there's gotta be, like, why all of a sudden, like, I've had an autoimmune disorder my whole life then, and I just didn't know it. It makes sense, because I can remember times that I just felt so tired for no reason. So anyway, long story, I watched Michaela Peterson. I watched numerous carnivores talk about how it's possible to put your autoimmune into remission. I'm just gonna put this right on top of these. Go in the air fryer with all that cheese. Look at that. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm gonna put these in there real quick. Y'all, I'm not a freak about washing my hands. It just, I don't know. I probably should be, but I feel like if we're exposed to a little bit of bacteria sometimes, it's not gonna kill us. And we get our meats from a really great place, Seven Sons Farm in Roanoke, Indiana. I trust them. I've been eating their meats since like 2010. And they used to be Honored Prairie, now they're Seven Sons. But I would just say, you don't have to worry about that stuff as much as you think. Maybe if you're buying from a grocery store and you're getting meats from a feedlot, and you have no idea how they're processing that, even still, USDA is pretty strict on how you have to wash the area, like big time. I also have soapstone countertops. They don't grow bacteria. There would be bacteria on the surface possibly, but it's not porous. So it won't grow bacteria. I could leave it there all day and that's it. And come back and wash it. But I wash up pretty well after I'm done, especially with raw meat, because you don't want to get sick. You don't want your kids to get sick. You don't want to contaminate other foods. So like I use a wood cutting board, but I have tung oil on this, which seals it. And I'm pretty careful by cleaning it up when I'm done and making sure that no bacteria is growing on it. So we're gonna let that cook for about 15 minutes or so, see what it looks like, and then we'll be back. Back to my salted flat iron steak from Seven Sons. Clean up, everybody, everywhere. Clean up, everybody, do your share. I know most carnivores will take their steaks and put it right on the cutting board. That's just more mess to clean up. I'm not interested in that. How do you clean these pans without having to heat the water up first and then, like, what do you do to clean these things? I feel like they're impossible to clean. I use cast iron usually. But they're a bitch to clean too, so I need something a little better than that. You got something? What kind of ideas you got? A little bit of show and tell. I don't know if you guys saw my last video. Pork panko. You know how you make it? Do you? You grind up a bag of pork rinds or chicharrones and put them in a food processor and grind them up. Pork panko. This is like breadcrumbs for carnivore. Has anyone heard about how coffee could possibly raise insulin or glucose? I could be off on those, but I've been hearing some things about coffee lately that are making me feel like I want to quit, but it's like the one joy I have. I don't want to quit. I want to keep my coffee. I love it. Mentally, it helps me get through the day. It also wakes me up in the morning because I wake up so groggy from having this autoimmune disorder. So I feel like without it, I wouldn't survive. But then I think, well, people have quit and they feel so much better. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Got this. You got this, okay? Okay? Checking to see if I went viral yet. Nope. Not yet. All right, y'all. Here they are. These two, the cheese started coming out. And I don't know if you've ever cooked mozzarella sticks, but once the cheese comes out, they get ruined. So I'm hoping that it's good on the inside. So I'm gonna take my knife and I'm gonna look at that bad boy and see. Ooh, it's hot. It looks pretty good. This one looks to be my favorite. It's very crispy and browned. No cheese is coming out. So that one I put a little extra chicken on. So maybe, let me bring that back. So we're gonna check the temperature. We've got 168, 69, looks like 169. We're just gonna double check. That surface area is more like 176. So these are probably a little overcooked, but I'll take it. So let's try it. It's a nice change of pace. I would probably want more seasoning, more salt, more Parmesan cheese in the meat. And if you're a dirty carnivore, I would go with some pepper, some onion, garlic for sure. Garlic would be top of my list. You just have to remember that plants are medicine. They are not food. We need to keep that in mind, people. Remember that these vegetables, quote unquote, these fruits, quote unquote, that we are getting today have been touched by human hands and changed so much, genetically altered. Even the organic stuff It comes with pesticides on it. It's got all kinds of nonsense going on. Even if they've just married two different kinds of apple trees and spliced them together to create the sweetest, tastiest apple in the world, we need to remember that those aren't the apples that God created. The ones that God created were bitter and disgusting. We wouldn't have eaten them. So these things that we have today are just very high in sugar, and they're really not helping us. So try and stay away from that junk. Believe it or not, I actually heard Dr. Gundry from the Plant Paradox. He says that you might as well have a Hershey bar, because at least the cocoa is giving you polyphenols and antioxidants that you're not going to get from that apple. So that's just a side note. You can take that with a grain of salt. But for me, I'm going to stick with meat products, eggs, cheese, chicken, beef, ground beef, pasture raised. Don't forget, get the good stuff, man. It's totally worth it. You go buy that crap from Costco and you're going to be hurting.